long right angle. Let me do it like the picture. So I don't confuse y'all. Now, somebody give me their waist measurement.
14.
And that's
I'm
minus
14 and a half, and then half is
So 14, okay. So look what I do. I'm going to take 14 inches, I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to fold the half into half. And that's going to give me a measurement for the quarter of the circle. Make sense? Mm-hmm. So this is a quarter. So if we multiplied this measurement times 4, it would come out to the 14 of the waist. Okay? Now, what we want to do is lay this on here in a way that is the same distance down from there and also from here, and putting that arc in there like that. So with our numbered paper, it's a little bit easier. So now if someone would take a pencil and put it where the beginning of this tape measure is, where my other hand over here is, and where halfway through here is. Okay? So now if we take those points, and I don't know why that got so low, but we're going to do this. This needs to be a right angle here, and this needs to be a right angle here. And it does not have to be exact science for now.
Okay.
Because we're doing half scale and we're kind of playing. So now we're going to add the 1/4 of an inch for seam allowance above that line. So we'll have some extra fabric to sew the top to it. Okay, so now there's our seam allowance line, and that would correspond to our pink line up there. Okay, so this would be the pink line, and this would be the yellow line. It's in our page. Now, what we would do is take our fabric. Does anyone have theirs that's already sewn together? This is sewn together? Okay. Now what we want to do is see what size circle we can make out of this piece. And this is the longest amount that we can make right there in this piece. So we're going to measure from there to there, and that is going to become the measurement from here to here. So that's as long as we can make a circle skirt in this piece of fabric. Mm-hmm. Okay? If we had bigger fabric, we'd make longer skirts. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Okay, good. So whatever the measurement this is, we can now measure down from our waistline, let's say 9 inches. So now what we're going to do is go around this arc at 9 inches all the way around. We could also use our original method and measure from here if we wanted to. So doing this to here is the same as doing this from here. Does that all make sense to everybody? Okay. And our number was what? 9 inches. So now all the way around that arc, we draw 9 inches.
Okay.
And then that becomes the lower hemline of the skirt. So now we can connect the dots here. And we know that this, we want this on the straight of the grain of the fabric, which would be this line here. So we're going to cut this, well, let me cut it out and then I'll show you. So then we can cut out our pattern that will fit this particular piece of fabric. If we had bigger, if I had y'all get bigger fabrics, these skirts could be full length, but these are going to be more of a knee length. Now the reason we want the to know where the straight of the grain is on the fabric is that's where we want to put our slit that's like a zipper opening. We want, when we do our skirt, we want these to be our side seams right here, and our center front to be here, and our center back to be there. Making sense to everybody? So I'm going to fold this and get a nice crease along that straight line so I'll know where to cut my little slit for the zipper opening. So I'm going to crease that nicely along there. Now I can go ahead and fold the rest of this there. I don't want to crease the front so much because we don't want to see a big crease down the front. Make it as neat as you can make it. Then place your little pattern here with the straight of the grain along the folds right here, not the seams. And then you'll pin this down all the way around, and then you'll cut this arc. Now you're going to have to kind of jiggle it a little bit right there. And then cut this, and then open it, and where that seam is that you creased, you're going to slit down about 3 to 4 inches
From the center?
past the circle so that that becomes this opening right here. So you can get it over the mannequin and around the waist. Okay? So everybody that saw that demonstration of how to make a circle pattern, how to fold your fabric and find your straight of grain, etc., y'all can go do that. And then anybody who did not see that demonstration,